Why do they all have big bushy mustaches?
It's the popular rage, I guess, ever since Saddam, even before
Oh, way
that.
before Stalin, didn't he have a big
Oh
one?
yeah, it's always the big bushy front
Except
mustache.
Hitler, he had the little tiny one, but it was still a famous mustache.
Yeah, it was still. They all have like giant, like famous mustaches. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Power Toast Podcast. My name is Widget,
I'm Toast.
and today it's the bread bag. I know it's been a while. A lot of shit has happened in the start of 2026.
Yeah.
So, first off, Venezuela, 3 hours. It took 3 hours for the U.S. to go in and take the president of Venezuela.
Wasn't it 1.5 hours
Well, technically, it took 30 minutes. It was just the time in between.
traveling?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a great way to start off the year, right, guys? And despite whatever you say, you have to see that that is a show of power of the United States military. To do all that, to get in, kill all the presidential guard, and then get out without really any casualties. I think one guy got hit in the leg, and he was fine. No serious injuries, no serious anything. All Delta Force guys in and out.
Now, I did see, I don't know if it was verified, so we'll say for now an unverified report from one of the surviving presidential guards. He said that their radar and some power to their facility went off, and then they saw, I don't know how many, but a lot of giant drones flying around in the sky. And then they saw the helicopters come in, and they said about 20 Delta Force operators roped down and just opened fire on them.
They were saying these guys were firing like 300 rounds like in a minute type shit.
Yeah, it was insane. They said they didn't know how they were shooting that much.
They said they were killing hundreds of us and we couldn't even touch them.
Right.
And then if you want to explain this, I don't even know how to explain it.
Oh yeah, they started describing that they were feeling very ill randomly, and some of them started puking up blood and whatever.
I heard, me personally, I heard that it was like something like noise related.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's blood coming out of their ears, eyes,
Yeah,
everything.
they said it was a sonic weapon of some sort. It was shooting like a sonic.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I've seen that same type of weapon shown by police for crowd control.
yeah, I can believe that. Oh yeah, if you play something loud enough. But here's my thing: I want to know how it only affected the guards and not the.
I think it's just a directional weapon. Like they have a dish that they point at them.
Yeah. Anyway, that, like I said, we don't know if this is verified or true or anything like that. But if this is true, that's just another thing saying there's crazy shit they haven't even shown us to the public.
Right.
So that's crazy. Now, of course, everyone's like debating like, hey, was this like even necessary? Is this like, it's legal to take a president from, like, we stole the president from our country? And I'll say this: international law, there really is no one to enforce it. Let's just say as is. International law is a group of countries that get together and they wag their fingers and like, oh, we don't agree with this, you broke the law, and we condemn you. And nothing happens. I think, and like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, like the only ones who has enforced international law is the U.S.
Yep.
Like,
some would argue NATO, but it was only when the U.S. was in NATO.
And I'll say this too: We took him and are trying him under our law, America law, right now. He's being tried under narco-terrorist charges at the moment.
In New York, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was a dictator who did horrible things to his people. He's not even being charged for that. He's being charged for being in with the drug cartels and stuff. And I'll tell you this trial is either going to be a speedy trial or it is going to go on for years and years. Like, I'm not joking. This can go on. They could, like, filibuster this all the way, like, for decades if they want to. And they probably will. They'll probably want to keep Maduro out of power as long as possible. I don't see them being like, well, we killed, like, a whole bunch of your people, and now we're going to send you back. I think the people, like, arguing, be like, oh, send them back. That's not going to happen. And why the hell would you want to happen in the first place? Because how horrible he was.
Yeah. All the Venezuelans, are a majority of them, are celebrating in the streets and are happy about this.
And here's the thing, too. They're the ones you're like, the ones in America and all across the world are celebrating. You know why you don't see a lot of footage in Venezuela celebrating? Because the regime would fucking kill them.
Right?
Yeah. So don't get it wrong. They are happy that a dictator that has tortured and done unspeakable things to the citizens for his own gain and power is out of power now. And sent him and his wife. And I'll tell you this too. A lot of people are like, oh, well, they're not going to play ball now. They're saying they're not going to play ball. They're already releasing political prisoners that's been in Venezuela. So things are happening. Things are changing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. They're like, oh, we still recognize Maduro as a president. I guarantee you a year time pass and somehow, some way he does go back to Venezuela. He's not going to be in fucking power. He's going to get fucking killed. He's going to get assassinated as soon as, because the next person who's in charge is going to be like, no, I'm not going to give up my seat.
Now, let me raise an important question. Why is every single dictator, why do they all have big bushy mustaches?
It's the popular rage, I guess, ever since, Saddam? Even before that.
Oh, way before Stalin. Didn't he have a big one?
Oh, yeah. It's always the big bushy front mustache.
Except Hitler. He had the little tiny one, but it was still a famous mustache.
Yeah, it was still... they all have, like, giant, like, famous mustaches. But, like I said, however you feel about it, it's done and over, and it has shown to the world that America is not to be fucked with. It's shown to the world that America, to really any third world country, or probably, first worlds, you should be watching out too, that we can do things that you will not expect. I think that's one thing a lot of people like about Trump, and in general, is like unpredictability.
Well, I mean, it speaks volumes that they had, what were they, Chinese diplomats in that same area, and none of them got injured?
Yeah, I think the same thing, too, is showing to the other South American countries that, hey, this is our area. And he's telling this to China and Russia, hey, the Americas is to the United States. This is our hemisphere. This is what we do. This is our influence. Get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here is under our control. Like it or don't like it. That's the situation right now, folks.
Honestly, I wish they had recovered $17 trillion worth of oil from Venezuela.
Here's the thing, too. I feel like after that happened, at least in our state, like, gas prices have went down. I don't know if it was because of that, but it's like...
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of legality stuff, and, Trump has a plan for the oil. But I would love to see, because we have a lot of oil in the U.S. already, I would love to see him sell that or do something with it and then cut down on the national debt.
Well, I think the main thing we're trying to do is be like, hey, China, like, get the fuck out. This, like, you're not buying oil over here. This is like, and
their major presence in South America.
Yeah. I mean, Panama is already getting the message. They tore down a statue of friendship with China, and we're like, as a show, it'd be like, hey, sorry, we're not fucking with you. We don't want United States, because they actually have some sort of legality to come and get the fucking Panama Canal back.
Yeah, well, isn't Panama a U.S. territory?
It used to be, but it's now a country.
Oh, that's right. Because of the Panama Canal. Yeah,
I think it was back in 1980 where we gave it back to them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Puerto Rico.
But Puerto Rico's still territory.
But a statue of friendship.
Yeah, it was. It's not like a statue of a person. It was like a monument type shit.
Oh, okay. So
they tore that down. So I feel like most South American countries that are not getting with the program are now looking at it and be like, well, what can we do?
I figured it would have been a statue of Xi Jinping or whatever, Winnie the Pooh.
But in general, South America, a lot of them are getting with the program. Those that are not, you should be wary. You should be on the lookout, and you should be, hey, do I want to fuck with the guys that have 5,000 nukes? The first, second, third, and fourth largest air force in the world, and the best special ops team that can be in and out in less than 3 fucking hours. I would question that. And you can be like, oh, I'll get help from China. Hey, we are at your doorstep. Like I said, this is our influence. Get with the program or not.
Man, what happened to the good old days where companies like Pepsi had like the third largest navy in the world?
No quarter, just peace. Come get me, you coward. Thank you, everybody. How was I?
No, sir, I think you're very good, sir. Very good indeed.
I want you to stand guard. I'm going to go take a nap. Why did the lights go out?
Damn, fucking electricians, man.
What does that sound? Get on the ground! No, please. Deploying taser!
Hey, Nikki, someone's on the phone for you.
What do you want?
Maduro, you call me a coward, but I'm not a coward. I'm quite brave. Some would say I'm the bravest. I was gonna let it slide, but you stole my moves. They're my moves, and no one moves like me. So I had to bomb Venezuela. There was no other way. I'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for flying Delta.
In today's world, everyone's watching someone. So if you'd prefer that someone not be your internet provider, your airport Wi-Fi, or that one guy in his mom's basement, check out NordVPN. It keeps your connection encrypted and private. No debates needed, and right now you can save up to 70% on NordVPN's 2-year plans, making internet privacy affordable again. A link is in the description if you want to support the show and keep your digital life a little less public. This episode of the Powdered Toast Podcast is powered by Dubby Energy. Dubby is not your typical energy drink. It's a clean, powdered energy formula made right here in the USA with high-quality ingredients. No sugar, no artificial colors, and no fillers. Instead, it's powered by a unique blend of amino acids, vitamins, and coffee fruit extract, which supports focus, mental clarity, and long-lasting energy without the jitters or crash. It's also gluten-free, keto-friendly, and designed to give you the boost you need in a healthier, more effective way. Visit w.gg and use code PowderedToastPodcast at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's code PowderedToastPodcast. Dubby Energy. Clean energy to help you be better.
Moving on slightly, in general, the U.S. is now waiving the Teddy Roosevelt type position, which is big stick. Big stick.
Mm-hmm.
We are using our big stick right now.
Yeah, if you think about it, we're slowly but surely kind of going back to isolationism.
I here's the thing. I would not mind that if we just keep trade up, because that's the main thing with the U.S. economy is the massive trade and our companies all over the world. But I do think militarily, I think we have always been stretched too thin.
Oh, yeah.
We're everywhere. We're in the Middle East. We're in Africa. We're in Europe. We're in South America. We're in fucking Asia. We are everywhere. And I'm at the point where we can strike anywhere we want. That's the big thing as a superpower. We can go anywhere we want in seconds and be like, bam, there it is. We're done. We're there.
Mm-hmm. And I actually did see some articles. There wasn't too much info in it. But you know the Iron Dome system in Israel?
Yeah.
So Trump has a plan to cover from like Greenland all the way to like South America and something called the Golden Dome.
See, I can see us doing that, especially like it costs a fuck ton. Let's not get that wrong. But if it would be like, hey, this is total security against like 80 to 90% missile strikes.
That's awesome.
I would be like, yeah, go for it.
I think we absolutely already have something better than the Iron Dome technology because America gave that to Israel.
U.S. is upping its military spending, and I don't know if it went through yet, but it definitely is. Democrats and Republicans always agree on this one thing, and that's military spending and getting it up to a fuck ton. We're upping it to $1.5 trillion.
That's insane.
And that shows me we are going to war with something. I don't know who, but considering the recent political storm going on with Europe and America, this could be leading to World War III. Not trying to be fear-mongering, not trying to be like, hey, this is it. But America wants Greenland. America says it needs Greenland for security purposes. Do I think America should invade Greenland with military force? Me personally, I do not think so. I do not think that in the end it would justify the means. It'd be super easy to do, and I personally do not think NATO, despite that Article 5 bullshit, I don't think, well, it's not bullshit, but I do not think a country would be like, oh yeah, let's fight the world's most powerful military and the world's most powerful economy over an island with only 56,000 people. I do not think most NATO countries and civilians are going to be like, yeah, let's do that. I think because of that, that would be the collapse of NATO. Here's the thing. I would not mind acquiring Greenland for a price. I wouldn't mind if we spent billions of dollars to buy it or anything. I just think that if we cross that line and send in troops, be like, hey, this is ours now. You can't really do anything about it. NATO, I seriously doubt a war will start over it. Denmark might filibuster, be like, oh, you better give it back. And as soon as that bluff is called and NATO doesn't attack, it's going to be, okay, what's the point of NATO then?
Right. But if America doesn't get it, you have the chance of Russia or China attempting to get it. Not that they will, but I could see them totally going after it to gain an advantage.
I see more Russia. There's no real entry point for China, really. China is like, would have to go through Russia.
Yeah, they're fine with that. China's Russia's daddy.
Here's the thing, too. Russia is actually scared of China. Despite all the allies, despite all the trading, and China basically keeping the war alive in Ukraine for Russia.
Oh, yeah.
China has claimed territory in Russia that is like, this is China, and we want this. And they may be small territories, like small borders, few, but it is still there. I do predict by the end of 2026, U.S. will have some control over Greenland.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be through force or through pay or something, but Trump wants it. At this rate he's going to get it. And my other prediction, because of this, NATO will dissolve. I don't know if NATO will, and it'll either be quick and explosive that it dissolves, or it'll be slow and decaying, and it'll be either of the two. But those are my two predictions for 2026 on this issue. like most NATO countries will abstain and be like, we're not going to attack the U.S. because one, that will cripple most of NATO's economy. Yeah. Let's be real. It will be the crippling of all like U.S. And I'm not saying U.S. would get out unscathed too. There would be damage at home too. But I'm saying the economy in Europe would be fucking devastated. There'd be a mass layoff, mass unemployment from American companies dipping and being like, well,
here's the thing is I think this is also just a kind of power play by Trump. So essentially, he is worried about Russia or China claiming Greenland, okay? I don't know what the Russian presence is in that area, but they're not too far away from Greenland.
They are everywhere there. They have submarines all over them.
So think about it. Trump tells them he's going to take Greenland because he knew it was going to make them freak out. So NATO, in response, is sending their military over to Greenland. That is, in essence, protecting Greenland or having a military presence there in case Russia were to do something, if you think about it.
Russia has responded. They're saying, like, hey, British, like, if you, like, because Britain's saying, hey, we'll send ship too. They're responding, like, hey, if you send ships over there, we'll sink them. That's Russia saying that. They're saying, if you send ships into the Atlantic like that, we're going to sink them. So here's a scenario, too, that could play out, definitely. So if America invades Greenland and NATO says, surprisingly, they're like, oh, Article 5, we're all going to attack America now. And they put, like, economically, they shift. Maybe they start trying to get the, like, trading with Brazil, South America more, or, like, India and all that shit in China. And, yeah, I'll say this, you can decouple from America, but that's going to take a long time, and then you're going to have to rework your whole system to another country.
To China, probably.
And I'll say this, if you do that, who do you think America is going to ally with? Who do you think America is going to ally with if all of Europe's going to war with them?
Oh, Russia.
Exactly. Russia with the second largest, or the first largest nuclear arsenal, apparently second strongest military. Russia with its massive oil reserves too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, I've bashed Russia constantly because of their corruption, because of the dictator that is Vladimir Putin. But I will say a U.S. and Russian alliance would basically put the world on the boot of both of them. Under the boot.
Yeah.
Nothing would really be able to stop them. The only nuclear powers in Europe is the UK and France, and that is it. And together, they only make 500. Guess what? Together, the US and Russia would make?
What?
11,000.
Oh, wow.
So
now, I would say that's if China lets them. I don't know that China would let them.
Yeah, I would think Russia would actually welcome it. There's some state propaganda media in Russia right now being like, hey, American attacks Greenland, we'll help you. We'll support you.
Huh.
So I can definitely see it as a possibility. And I also see it as Russia being like, hey, this could also help us deal with China too. Because, like I said, Russia is scared of China. Let's not get this around where they're like kind of allies and shit. They're in BRICS and everything, but let's not get around. Russia is scared of China. Because Russia knows that if China wanted to, it can pile in its military full force into Russia right
Especially now. After, the big hit that their military has taken
yeah.
from Ukraine,
Yeah. And I'm just saying in general, that's something the Europe has to also think. Because you have to be like, all right, we're triggering Article 5. We're all attacking America. And then America and Russia see like, oh, you only have 500 nukes. We have 11,000. What the fuck are you going to do?
Right.
And then they can be like, yeah, no. Boop. We can take 500 each. 250.
On a side
I don't want that. No one wants a nuclear fucking holocaust.
Right.
But I'm saying right now, NATO, mainly Europe, let's say it together, fucked. no matter what situation goes down, they are fucked.
I truly feel
everyone
bad for
is
the people.
fucked there. And America, Russia, China, India, all the big four are going to reap the fucking rewards.
Mm-hmm.
NATO, or Europe in general, is a dying continent. It has been dying since World War II, and it has never recovered. It has relied so much on America investment and in its economy and in its military. And now you're trying to rebuild that now? No, that is going to take years upon years upon years to build up the military force you want to combat the U.S. and Russia together.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting heated about this because this is a issue where I'm like, a lot of people are like, oh, America doesn't know what to say. I'm like, I'm not saying that together with like the whole Europe against America. I'm not saying like we would win or Europe will win. I would say in general, everybody would fucking lose in that situation. But I'm saying Europe, you would lose way fucking more. Let's be honest there. Canada wouldn't be able to do shit. And be like, Article 5, Canada, what are you doing? I'm getting taken over. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting my shit kicked in. Because that or Canada be like, fuck you. I'm not going to declare war against the most powerful military at my doorstep.
Well, I don't know. They're one of those people they had running for prime minister last year said they wanted to nuke America. So
that's fucking... And my last topic right now, I'm going to get into it, guys. Everyone's talking about it. The ICE shooting. ICE in general. All that.
Oh, no.
I'm saying right now, the people that are saying, oh, we're going to march in the street. Oh, we're going to revolt. This is a revolution. Oh, we're going to start killing ICE agents. We're going to have Nuremberg trials of our own. We're going to start hanging them. We're going to arrest everyone in the administration. I see all these people on TikTok, everything. They're saying, oh, if ICE agents come to my door, I have Second Amendment. I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to tell you all this right now. You are not going to do shit. I'm going to tell you why you're not going to do shit. Because it is not bad enough for you to do that. You still have food in your stomach. You still have the money to pay for fucking Wi-Fi that you're uploading this video right now. You have a home. I'm assuming that or you're living with your parents. And I'm saying this. If ICE agents bust down your door with a battering ram, you're not going to have a gun to your face. If you do, you're going to get one shot off before you get 50 rounds to the face. Let's be real. Let's be real. That or you're going to be quivering with your phone in hand, yelling and screaming, this is against the law, this is against the law. So all those fucks on TikTok, on the internet, all screaming for revolution, this and that. Go ahead. Pick up your gun. Go ahead and try. Because you know the first thing that's going to happen, you're going to be fucking dead. It's as simple as that. You're going to take your gun, you're going to go to the nearest ICE, and you're going to be like, and get shot and fucking killed. And guess what? You don't want to be that martyr that you're claiming you want. You are always claiming, let's do this, let's get guns and shit. But you don't want to be the one in the front line. You're always clamoring. You're always like, let's do this, guys. But you don't want to be the one that gets shot in the face first. You want someone else to do that for you. You want a group of people to do that for you before you even pick up a gun. And you know why I call that? That's a cowards. Because that's all you are. So all you filibustering on TikTok and shit, all yelling for this, you're not going to do shit. This is going to pass over in probably like a week or two. You're going to forget her name, the woman that got shot, Renee Good. You're going to figure, you're going to be like, oh, remember that? Something crazy and more upsetting is going to happen that you're going to get more upset and angry with, and you're going to call for the same shit, and it's on repeat.
Yeah.
A lot of these fuckers are saying, oh, well, there's not going to be elections or all this, all fear-mongering, all saying doom and gloom. And I say this, you've done this time and time again. You've done this during George Floyd. You've done this during Palestine. You've done this literally 3 weeks ago to fucking Venezuela. It hasn't even been a fucking week. And now you're like, oh, we're got to do this to them. And they're saying so bad. And also, I'm going to say this to all the fucking outsiders, Europeans, Canadians tuning in. Fuck off. You have your own countries to deal with. Fuck off. especially you, Canada, you voted for the same party for the last 20 fucking years, and it has gotten you deeper and deeper into a fucking hole. Your houses are more expensive, your groceries are more expensive, everything's more fucking expensive in Canada.
And you have no guns.
So shut the fuck up. UK, you're basically on the verge of authoritarianism. Your elections were pushed back twice. Your government wants digital IDs to monitor you, and if you don't get it, you can't fucking work. And guess what? You don't get a jury to your peers anymore. Oh yeah, guess what? UK arrested more people on comments and tweets and shit than Russia, an actual dictatorship. 12,000 people you arrested and put in fucking jail. So how about all of you together communically fuck off and saying that we're a dictatorship? Fuck off and saying that we need to do something. Fuck off, because guess what? You couldn't even fucking do anything if that shit happened to you. Because you know why? Because you're all a bunch of pussies. You have no guns, no rights, and are gonna let this shit happen to you over and over again. That's what happened in Europe. That's what's gonna happen in Canada. That's what's happening around the fucking world. And guess what? America's here to kick fucking ass. Alright, everyone. That was the Powder Toast fucking podcast.